Hello everyone, hello from me and Sheldon. There he is. In today's video, we are going to talk about some of the most common mistakes a beginner makes when he is setting up a turtle tank, okay? Especially an aquatic turtle tank. So let's get started. The first mistake is getting a tank that is too small for the turtle. Now, even if your turtle looks small, he will need a large tank. At least a 20-gallon tank to start with if your turtle's shell is less than 2 inches. Okay, if its shell is 3 inches, then it will need at least a 30-gallon tank. So the rule of thumb is get for 1 inch of shell you will need 10 gallons of swimming water space. So you'll need to keep that in mind. I have seen many beginners make that mistake. They take a baby turtle, they think the turtle will stay that small size throughout its whole life, and they cramp the turtle into a very small tank space. So that is the number one mistake, and if you make this one mistake, your turtle's life will be horrible. Even if he lives for a few days or a month, he will not be happy, he will get sick, and he will eventually die. Okay, so the first thing you need to have is the properly sized tank. And if you want your turtle to be with you for its whole life, then I will suggest at least a 75-gallon tank, or better a 100-gallon tank, so that the turtle can live happily throughout its whole life. Okay, now another point is, if you want two turtles, then you will need a bigger tank. Like if I want two turtles of, let's say, 2-inch shell size, then a 20-gallon tank won't do. Then I will at least need to have a 30 or 35-gallon tank. So you will need to keep that calculation in mind. Okay, so the first most common mistake is not having a large tank. The second mistake is not having proper filtration. Turtles, these little bodies, are messy engines. Okay, they produce defecations, they poop and pee like crazy. They are a machine, and they make the water dirty very fast. So you will need to have a powerful filtration system to keep the water healthy and clean. If you want to have a turtle tank, and if you want your turtle to be happy, then there is no other filtration system better than a canister filter. Yes, canister filters can cost a bit of money, but they will give you the best value for your money in the long run. Okay, in this tank I have a canister filter. You can see here, this is my canister filter, and it filters the whole tank. Okay, so you will need a canister filter. Don't buy a hang-on back filter, don't buy a sponge filter, and never buy a powerful power filter for any aquarium. Okay, those are not for filtration purposes. Always buy a powerful canister filter, even if it costs a little, so that your turtle stays happy and the tank quality, the water quality stays good. Okay, the third common mistake is not having a basking platform. You can see here, I have this basking platform right here. Aquatic turtles don't stay in the water the whole time. Okay, they come up to bask, they come up to dry themselves. So you will need that basking platform. So you can buy basking platforms from Amazon or any other places. Just make sure it stays above the water a certain portion, so the turtle can dry its body completely, and you'll need that basking place. Okay, don't keep your turtle only in water, it will get sick very fast. The fourth common mistake is not having a UVB bulb. UVB bulbs are must. You see this one, these UVB bulbs are must for keeping turtles. Turtles need UVB to synthesize vitamin D3 inside their body. Without UVB, they can't synthesize vitamin D3, which will cause shell rot, which will cause metabolic bone diseases and many other diseases. So they need the calcium, they need that vitamin D3, and for that you will need a UVB light. And also the fifth common mistake is not having a heat bulb. So this, you can see, this is a UVB light and this is a heat bulb. The purpose of heat bulb, as you can imagine, is to produce heat on the basking place. Turtles will not bask if the basking place's temperature is not at least 10 degrees higher than the water temperature. So suppose if your water temperature is 78 degrees, then the basking place's temperature need to be at least 88 degrees. Okay, otherwise the turtle won't feel motivated enough to bask. So that's why we need a heat lamp so the turtle can completely dry its body. Otherwise, it will get sick. So I don't know at which mistake number we are, but not having a UVB bulb or not having a heat bulb is a mistake. Now you might get confused why I have this light. So this is purely for my eyes so that I can see what is happening in the aquarium. This is not needed for the turtle. This is for me. But the turtle needs these two lights. Now there are many companies that combine the functionality of a UVB and a heat lamp and make one bulb that can do the both. They can produce heat as well as UVB. These are mainly called mercury something mercury lamp or something like that. I'm not sure. You can search on Amazon, but those mercury lamps will produce both heat and UVB. But if you ask me, I will tell you to buy separately a UVB bulb and a heat lamp. Okay. The next common mistake is not taking temperature into account. For keeping turtles, temperature is a crucial part. The water temperature needs to be around 78 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit depending on the species. But in most species will be okay with 78 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. But as I said, the basking place needs to be a bit hotter, around 10 degrees higher. Okay. Make sure that is the temperature, otherwise your turtle will not buzz. Also keep in mind the water parameters. Nitrate, ammonia, all of these should be 0 ppm. No amount of ammonia and nitrate should be in the water, so make sure you're doing that. Also, the next common mistake is not doing water changes. No matter how powerful your filtration is, even if I'm having a instant filter, no matter how powerful is that, I need to do regular water changes. That regularity can be once a week or twice a week. If you're doing once a week, then change at least 25% of the water and top off with fresh new water. And if you're doing twice a week, then change around 30 to 40% water, not more than that. Okay. And when you're topping off water, don't directly use tap water because tap water can contain chlorine, chloramine, and other harmful toxins, and that can cause harm to your turtle. Always use a tap water conditioner. There is one from API. You can use that. That's one very good. I have some conditioner here. This one is my water conditioner. I use this to make the tap water safe for my turtle. And I also have this one. This is not absolutely necessary, but this is nitrifying bacteria. When I change the water, I put some nitrifying bacteria so that the beneficial bacterial colony in the filter stays healthy and active. Okay. And lastly, the last mistake I'm going to talk about is feeding. One common mistake is owners often feel lazy about feeding. Don't just feed your turtle one single thing. Okay, your turtle will get bored. Feed him. If you want to feed him just colors, then switch between different brands. Right, your turtle will feel entertained to eat. If you just feed him one single food every single day, then he will get bored out. Okay, so come on, see what foods I have. This one is Aptamine. It's almost finished now. Recently I bought this one from Yi brand, so I'm feeding him this one too. I also have some treats for him, like this is dried bloodworms and this is dried shrimps. So these are treats. I don't feed this every day. I feed this once or twice a week just as a treat. And this one is for my fish. Okay, so these are some of the most common mistakes beginners make while setting up their turtle tank. If you keep yourself away from these mistakes, then chances are very high you will be a successful turtle keeper and your turtle will love you. So that's it. That's for today's video. If you have any question, let me know in the comment box below. Till then, take care from me and Sheldon.